Hello guys, it's Maureen Thompson TV and you're welcome to my channel. So about the eviction last night, the Sunday eviction, the first eviction of the season, Big Brother Naija no lose guard season. The eviction was a bit tense and scary because housemates didn't know what to expect. And just like Big Brother said, we are to expect the unexpected. So all the housemates were up for possible eviction yesterday except the custodians and the immunity holders. And the safety of the housemates for them to either remain in the house or be evicted were in the hands of the viewers. They were to vote, and the least four people, the four people with the least votes, were to be up for possible eviction that evening. Ebuka came up on the screen, greeted them, and immediately mentioned the four housemates with the least votes. The four housemates that might be going home. One of them possibly might be going home that evening. Unlike before, he cut straight to the chase. He didn't ask any question, like he didn't, shake any table like he used to do. So he got right into it. And the four least pairs were the checkers, the radicals, the Strays, and the Tammy on the list. Yeah, they were the least voted housemates, and at least one of them are going to be going home that particular night. And immediately Ebuka mentioned the four pairs, it was as if the rest of the housemates that thought they would be up for eviction just felt so much at ease because at least they got one more week to go in the house. So guys, at that point, tensions were already running high to the point that checkers were even crying. Yes, Onyeka and Chizoba, the sisters were crying like they didn't want to go. Nobody wants to leave at the first week. The radicals were keeping it kind of cool. The Tammy were just, Toyos in particular was just smiling. She was just, keeping it cool as well. The Strays was all faced up because I don't think they saw it coming. I don't think they expected it. They were just all in their feelings. Big Brother instructed the custodians, that is the inmate, to bring out the mysterious, that box that he told them to pick one out of it, put it inside and lock it up. He told them to bring the box out and read the content that was in it. And the inmate reading it, they were asked to save one particular housemate that would be safe at that point in time. They're saying it is going to make that particular pair saved in the house out of the checkers, the radicals, the Strays, and the Tammy. And the Indini, that is the custodians, they choose to save the radicals, that is Mickey and Femi David. The custodians, that is the Indini, chose to save the radicals, so they were free from eviction that evening, leaving the checkers, the Strays, and the Tammy for one of them to be up for eviction that particular evening. Now that the Indini have saved the radicals, it is remaining three those that are up for possible eviction. Ebuka came up and said that it is going to be a totally different one from how it originally is. It's not going to depend entirely on the viewer's choice for the housemate to be evicted, but rather on the housemate choice. So the housemates went to go into the diary room one after the other as duos to vote for the person, to choose, the person that they want to go out that particular Sunday. Yes, they were to just call out the duo that, they wanted out of the house. So they were to go there one after the other and put the person that they want to go out that evening. We were not shown how the housemates put out the person they wanted. Like, they didn't show us the diary room. They were just in the lounge area. The camera was in the lounge area. So we, the viewers, didn't really see how the people voted. But you trust me to always bring you that gist that you want. And I'm going to be telling you how each of the duos voted for the people that they wanted out, for the duo that they wanted out. So everybody, kind of wanted, were picking Tammy. The only duo that didn't pick Tammy was the Double K. The Double K said they wanted checkers out of the house, and the AC said they wanted the Strays out of the house. So apart from those two, the rest of them picked Tammy, like they want the Tammy duo to go out of the house. After the housemate went into the diary room and voted individually as duos, Ebuka came up on the screen and announced that the Tammy duo has just been evicted from the Big Brother Naija no lose guard season, and you can imagine the rest of them shock. Up on the stage, Ebuka asked them if they were surprised about the choice of the housemates, and Toyosi said she wasn't surprised considering the fact that most people complain about Dami's attitude, rude behavior this week, that she wasn't surprised. Damilola said that she was not surprised because she kind of expected it, but at the same time she kind of apologized, but I guess the housemate wasn't taking their apology. The Tamil being gone is remaining the checkers and the streets. Ebuka came up on the screen again and they were so tense. They didn't know if they were going to be one more duo that is going to go or if they were going to be safe for at least another week. And Ebuka came up on the screen, said his goodbyes, and that was it. So it was only the Tamil that was evicted, and that left the cars and the streets so much at ease. After the eviction show, emotions were just all and there. The people were still tense, like actually this game has begun. Like more because most of them thought that okay, fine, they were there for a vacation. Just like Ibuka said, you are not there for vacation, you are not there to play, you are there for a game. And this eviction show like kind of make people realize that actually this game was getting into the main thing. The housemates were just trying to console Onyeka, like because she was still kind of tense. Then Big Brother announced for them to get ready for their custodian challenge for this week, for the new week. Who are going to be the custodians for this week? Big Brother announcing the custodian challenge coming up just kind of brightened people's mood because most of them were kind of down and it was like a fresh of breath hair, like they wanted something new, and most of them were hoping that they would win this custodian challenge because, to be honest guys, this custodian challenge is the highlight of the season. Custodians are never wrong with it. The enticing benefit that comes with it is the fact that the custodians has the immunity for the week, and they also have the power to influence nomination if need be. That is, they have the power to tell who goes and who stays if there is a tie. So the housemates got into the arena and they started the custodian challenge game. The game was that each duo had a representative that were blindfolded that will be the fetchers fetching 4 particular items, and the other ones are going to be the guide and the assemblers. Yes, those other ones were not blindfolded, so they were the one that were going to take the 4 items that the blindfolded one fetched. They were going to put it together, and the fastest is going to emerge as the winner. So the blindfolded ones, which are the fetchers, are going to fetch the 4 items with their hook. When they get the items, their assembler, that is their opposite one, is going to pick the items and couple it together. And Big Brother has earlier instructed them that for them to determine the winner, the person has to couple it. After coupling it, you put it down on the table and you go to your seat. Yes, when you are done with it, you go to your seat. The first one to actually take it from the fetcher, that is his partner, and got to the stand where he was going to couple the 4 things, was actually Ben from the better duo. He was still coupling it when the likes of Mayo and Kelly Ray joined him, so they were just finding who was going to be the fastest. At the end of the day, Mayo finished up coupling it and also Kelly Ray, but the mistake that they made was that they didn't go to their seats just like Big Brother instructed them to do. They didn't go back to their seats, sitting down to tell that they were actually done. So they just stood there and raised their hands that they were done with what they were doing. Meanwhile, Ben that first got there was still coupling what he wanted to couple. So immediately Big Brother instructed them to go to their seats to actually know that they would win. Like he reminded them how he instructed them to play the game. At that point, Ben was already done, so they all rushed immediately. The 3 of them, Kelly Ray, Mayo and Ben, they all rushed at the same time to go sit down. So it was kind of hard determining or telling the winner, but we actually know who first coupled its own first. Big Brother said that since all 3 of them went to the seat at the same time, the winner is not going to be determined by who sat down first, but it's going to be determined by who coupled his own first, and that was Mayor. So the Streets won the custodian challenge, emerging as the custodians for this week. You can imagine their surprise and their excitement. The Steez duo were very excited winning the custodian challenge, considering the fact that they were almost evicted because they were up for eviction. And I think if Ibuka has evicted one more person, it could have been them. So they were very glad and they were happy that they won the custodian challenge. So after the custodian challenge, we heard Ben talking to some housemates at how angry and furious he was at his partner, because after the game, Tjay came up to him asking him why he let the other guys win. how he let the other guys win, considering the fact that he was the first person to take those things up. Like, he did his best to, take those things, and he was the first person to get to that place. So how come did he not win it? How come did Mayor or any other person emerge as the first before him? And that really got Ben upset, because this was a game and anything was bound to happen. Tjay now asking him how he did it or how he was supposed to do it was so confusing to him, because him wanted to be a custodian as well. So you don't have to tell me to do this for me to do it. I want it as much as you do. So you coming to ask me why I let them win is what is confusing him. Ben was not taking it easy at all, telling the housemate that he was disappointed and he could not just believe that his partner was asking him that kind of question. It was hurting at that point. Out of all the things to say, I think it was better for Tjay to I could have left him alone rather than him coming to him to ask him that kind of question. I get that everybody was tense, and with the way the whole nomination turned out, everybody was at their feet at that point, and everybody did not want to be left out. Like, they wanted to get that thing, and him getting there first didn't actually mean that he was done with the task. He had to be done with the task for him to be the winner. Tjay not being so insensitive and asking him that kind of question was just in the wrong, because if it was in his own power, he could have wanted to win. It was a big deal to be a custodian, so who would want to give up that kind of thing? Chizoba had a word with Tjay after hearing from Ben, and Tjay was telling her that he was asking a question. He wasn't being rude or anything like that, and he was only trying to know because he has first told him how he was going to do it, and he was surprised that they said he was the one that first got there, but still he was not the winner. So it was just how the thing is. The thing he was saying that was amazing me was the fact that he was telling Chizoba that Ben was not admitting his mistake when he was actually the one not admitting it. I didn't quite get what that was all about. After Chizoba talked to Tjay, she went back to Ben explaining what he said to him and trying to calm him down. But Ben was not just having it, to the point that Tjay came to have a conversation with him, but Ben shut him right up, saying he didn't want to talk to him, that he should get the hell out of his front. He didn't want to have a conversation with him. And somebody just kept calming him down for him to, be calm about it. So that was it about the Sunday whole thing. Make sure to stay tuned on my channel, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.